Hello students, welcome to MJC Learning. Today we are going to learn chapter number 3B of economics, that is elasticity of demand part 1. We are starting with the new chapter today, and the chapter's name is elasticity of demand. Earlier you have learned about chapter number 3A, so this is 3B and this video is part 1 of that chapter. Let us just recall what we have learned in chapter 3A, that is law of demand. Other things being constant, higher the price of the commodity, smaller is the quantity demanded, and lower the price of commodity, higher is the quantity demanded. So what we have learned is basically higher the price of a commodity, your quantity demanded will be low, because price and quantity demanded always go inversely or indirectly with each other. One increases, so other one decreases, and when one decreases, other one increases. The law of demand explains change in behavior of consumer demand due to various changes in price. So as per price changes, consumers demand also changes accordingly. If price changes too high, price increases too high, then consumers demand decreases here, because it is inversely related with price and demand. So this is what we have learned in chapter number 3A. In this chapter, we are going to learn about elasticity of demand. Now, what do we understand with the term elasticity? Have you seen rubber band? Rubber band has elasticity. It can get pulled out. More you can pulled it, more it will come to its original size. इलास्टिसिटी मतलब किसी भी चीज़ का खींचा जाना, उसे हम इलास्टिसिटी कहते हैं. Same way, elasticity of demand means how much your demand will increase. That depends upon the determinants of demand. Now you know what are the determinants of demand. Determinants of demand are price, income, taste, habit, fashion of a person, then government's taxation policy, then nature of substitute goods, complementary goods. These are all determinants of demand. So depending upon any of this determinant, demand will increase or decrease. So the responsiveness is known as elasticity of demand. Let us read this. The term elasticity indicates responsiveness of one variable to a change in other variable. It is response of a consumer. See, normal thing you know that when price increases, demand decreases. But in certain cases, in price also, if you take just price also, different situations related with price, in some cases demand will increase to the higher extent. In some cases demand will increase but not to that much extent, थोड़ा सा ही increase होगा demand. या फिर कोई केस में ऐसा होगा कि प्राइस बढ़ने के बावजूद भी डिमांड शायद ज़्यादा कम नहीं होगा. सो दिस इज़ व्हाट रिस्पॉन्सिवनेस मतलब रिएक्शन. जैसे कि अगर हम सिंपल टर्म्स में बात करें, सी व्हेन समवन शाउट्स एट यू, योर रिस्पॉन्स, you will immediately give response, right? Now your response will be, you will be angry, but that your anger will depend on which type of situation it is. For example, if your parents shout at you, then your response will be different. If your friends shout at you, then your behavior or your response with your friend will be different. If unknown person shout at you, then again your response will be different. Same way, here when we learn about elasticity of demand, when price or any determinant, maybe price or income or consumer's taste, habit, fashion, anything, if we take these variables, your demand will respond to the given determinant of demand. Let us understand that in detail. In this chapter, we are going to understand this only, that is elasticity of demand. That is how much will be the demand, how much will be demand increase or decrease that will depend upon your determinants of demand. Let us see the definition of elasticity of demand, which is given by Professor Alfred Marshall. Elasticity of demand is great or small according to the amount demanded, which rises much or little for a given fall in price, and quantity demanded falls much or little for a given rise in price. So basically, when price increases, demand decreases, but demand decreases depending upon which type of situation it is. It will depend on how much is the changes in price comes, and accordingly it will respond. Same way, when price decreases, then demand will increase, but that too will depend on that particular situation, and accordingly there will be a response of how much demand decrease. There is too much of decrease in demand, maybe there is little decrease in demand. So this is basically the responsiveness of commodity. There are three types of elasticity of demand, that is income elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand, and price elasticity of demand. Out of three, which in this video we are going to learn about income elasticity of demand. Now when we learn about income elasticity of demand, we are going to understand the relationship between income and demand. Other two, that is cross elasticity of demand and price elasticity of demand, we will learn in part 2 video. Let us understand income elasticity of demand. What is income elasticity? It refers to the degree of responsiveness of a change in quantity demanded to a change in the income only. The other factors including price remains unchanged. So now, first point, when we learn about income elasticity of demand, we only consider here about income. So there are many determinants of demand, there are many factors which are affecting the demand. Out of that so many factors, we are just considering income, because name itself says income elasticity of demand. With the income, we will consider how much will be the response of quantity demanded. So if in case income increases or income decreases, how much will be the response in quantity demanded? That is known as income elasticity of demand. Symbolically, it is written as EY. E stands for elasticity. E stands for elasticity, and Y, small y, we write small y, which stands for income. So it is right, income elasticity of demand, and the equation is percentage change in quantity demanded upon, that is divided, percentage change in income. So here we are just considering income, and where we assume that all other factors, that is including your price, fashion, taste, habit, substitute goods, complementary goods, all other things remains constant. So we do not consider that factors, we just consider income here. So income elasticity of demand, when we write in symbolic form, it is written as EY is equal to percentage. This triangle which you see is written as is called as change. So percentage change in quantity, Q stands for quantity demanded, upon, that is division, percentage, again triangle stands for change in income, Y stands for income. So again, when we convert this, change in quantity upon original quantity. Now this triangle represents change. Q stands for quantity. Now this Q stands for original quantity. Now for example, your original quantity was 100 units. So this Q stands for 100 units. This change, a triangle Q which is written, is called as change in quantity demanded. So this is your, suppose your income, your quantity demanded is 150 units now. So difference between new quantity demanded and old quantity demanded, that is 150 minus 100 comes to 50. So your change in quantity will be 50 units. Divided by change in income, that is triangle again stands for change, Y stands for income, that is change in income, upon Y, that is original income. Now original, for example, a person's income is 1000 rupees. Now, at higher the income, quantity demand will be higher, and lower the income, quantity demanded will be lower. This is a simple equation because a person is having more income to spend, so person will demand more, and if person is having less income, person will demand less. So between income and demand, relationship is direct. इनकम इंक्रीजेस, डिमांड इंक्रीजेस. आपके पास पैसा ज़्यादा है, आपकी डिमांड ज़्यादा है, आपके पास पैसा कम है, आपकी डिमांड कम है. तो हियर बिटवीन इनकम एंड डिमांड relationship is direct relationship. Please do not get confused between price and income. Price and demand has inverse relationship, whereas income and demand has direct relationship. So when person's income is 1000 rupees, at 1000 rupees his quantity demanded is 100 units. When person's income increases from 1000 to 1500 rupees, his quantity demanded increases from 100 to 150 units. So here in income side your difference come to 500 rupees. 500 rupees का difference आता है between 1500 to 1000. 500 रुपया बढ़ा है. तो same way सामने in quantity demanded earlier it was 100 units. As income increases, quantity demand also increases. So from 100 it increases to 150. तो 50 units का increase होता है. And when we convert into multiplication, same formula, when we convert into multiplication, it goes like this. The other side gets inverse. That is change in quantity upon original quantity multiply by original income and change in income. So basically here only one thing you can remember is this. That is percentage change in quantity upon percentage change in income. In income elasticity, there are three types. That is positive income elasticity, negative income elasticity, and zero income elasticity. In positive income elasticity, it is related with the normal goods. Normal goods means you can say your cosmetics, your shoes, your daily your requirements, which are normal goods. So this goods demand increases with increase in income. Your income increases and your demand for such commodity also increases, and your demand if price of this commodity your income decreases, then your demand for such commodity also decreases. So this is called as positive income elasticity, which is related with the normal goods. Then comes negative income elasticity, which is related with the inferior goods. Inferior goods are those goods which are not good in quality. That is called as inferior goods. Why it is called as negative income elasticity? In this case, demand decreases with increase in income of the consumer. See now, in negative income elasticity, in this case, your income and demand is not direct relationship. Why? See, a person's income, when it increases, always a consumer or a person tries to buy good quality product. When a person's income is less, that person will adjust with the low quality product. But when that same person's income is increasing, then that person would not prefer to buy that bad quality product or not so good quality product, but person will prefer to buy good quality product. So person will not buy inferior goods. Inferior goods मतलब जो जिसकी क्वालिटी अच्छी नहीं है. तो जब भी एक इंसान की इनकम बढ़ती है तो वो अच्छी क्वालिटी के लिए ही बाय करेगा चीज़ें, राइट? So this goes into negative income elasticity. So negative income elasticity, which includes inferior goods, and here demand decreases with increase in income of the consumer. So as a consumer's income increases, demand for inferior goods decreases. Because now he don't require to buy that cheap quality product. Now that person has enough income, so person can go for good quality product. And third we have, that is zero income elasticity. and that is for necessary goods. Necessary goods means your daily requirements, like you can say salt, your vegetables. These are the things, even if your income increases or decreases, you still require that things. For example, a person is having less income, still that person is going to buy their daily requirements of vegetables, pulses, rice. So this remains constant even if income increases or income decreases. So here elasticity of income is zero. ना ही वो ज़्यादा है ना ही वो कम है, it is zero. In case of inferior goods, it is negative, and in case of normal goods, it is positive. Like when income increases, demand also increases. When income decreases, demand also decreases. So, in this chapter, in this video, we have learnt about income elasticity of demand. When we talk about income elasticity, we are only related with the income and demand. Simple terms, it says that responsiveness of a consumer's income to the consumer's demand. So when a consumer's income increases or decreases, there is response in quantity demanded of a consumer. So income elasticity, basically there are three types of income elasticity: positive income elasticity, uh, negative income elasticity, and zero income elasticity. In next video, we will learn about cross elasticity of demand and price elasticity of demand. Thank you.